Yo, so it's been a little while since doing work on the OBS because I've been so busy driving it. We got about 1,000 miles on it since we put it together, and tailgate tour is like right around the corner. We found a couple things that we need to take care of, so that's what we're going to do on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. So as always, guys, there's a couple things we have to take care of, and a couple things we want to take care of. We're gonna we're gonna touch on the have tos first, right? So I figured out, I think like 2 days ago, that brake lights, no more. Well, they're touchy, guys. If you remember back when we first put this thing together, one of the first things we went through was all the wiring, and it was awful, right? I ended up changing the brake light switch, and it didn't fix the brake light problem. That's because the way the fuses all are, I was looking at the wrong one, and I changed the brake light switch for a bad fuse. Now, we've talked about before how new parts suck, right? And, well, we put a new switch in this thing, and it seems like it just went out. Now I've checked the fuse. It's kind of weird. It's doing a bunch of weird stuff. I'll try and catch it on camera, but it kind of keeps getting worse. It seems to work, then it stops. And then, like, I was just messing with it the other day with Jay, and you touch the brake, it comes on and goes off. Goes on, goes off. And then, like, now it's just doing nothing. So it's probably completely shot. Everything else works. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out. Troubleshooting's not that hard, but we can make it hard if we want to. What we are going to do is I kept the old switch. It was probably the original one from '94, which means it's probably better than anything we're going to get today. And yeah, so we're going to mess with that. That kind of seems like a have to. I don't have a spare tire carrier. Usually it goes under the bed, and I'll bring you under there, show you what we're working with. And I just don't want to throw it in the bed. I'd rather have it in the right spot, and more room for cargo or whatever, right? And it's just that's how it's supposed to be. That's how we should do it. This front bumper is another want. It's not terrible, but there is a giant rust spot right in this region there. Yep, that's it. And there's a hole there. You know, we ordered the one that I got up there. Let's not start about that. But we're going to try and get a solid, like, actual chrome piece that will look good on the truck, because the little stuff like that helps clean it up. This truck looks super clean on camera, guys. And actually, it is really clean, especially for what it is. But some of the things make it look, the nice clean grill, chrome, the wheels, polish it when I can. All that kind of stuff sets it up nice, So we'd like to do that. What else we got? I was hoping to have a new stereo set up, maybe a little bit of a system, little bumps or something like that. Not going to happen. That's fine. I played with the idea of having AC done before the tailgate tour. Hopefully, it ain't that warm in Daytona. It's a crapshoot. It may be, but we'll find out. This brake light, I absolutely hate it. I hate it because, if you remember, I had to repin the whole thing. We got it working good. It's not the right one for the back of this truck. That bothers me. It looks kind of cheesy when the brake lights are on. That bothers me. And the way I had to make the gasket work, it concerns me because I really don't want this. Guys, have you seen? the inside of this thing, right? Especially, right? We can't mess that guy up. So I'd like to I'd take care of that. Those are a couple things. You know, we got some stuff on the board. Oh, my license plate light quit working. And before I got pulled over for it, I pulled the LED ones out and put the originals back in. They're working fine. The LEDs are crap. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look around, I know I got some LEDs left, like just the bulbs from when I did the Tundra. So I'd like to find those, put them in here. This way it all matches. And it's the bright white. I like that. The ones that were in here, I'll show you guys here in a minute. They were super bright. Well, I can't show you that they were super bright without going back to a different video because they don't work at all anymore. But I'll show you what they look like not working. That makes total sense. All right. Before you guys think I'm a total idiot, let me show you what I'm talking about with the whole fuse thing. You see this guy right here? That says brake. I thought that was for the brake lights. I guess it's like an ABS thing or something because this guy is actually the brake light switch. You would never know it because you can't see the thing, but let me show you this. If you pull this little guy out, you see what it says there now? You'll zoom in. It says stop. Yeah, so that's what happened there. Fuses are good, I've already checked it, so we'll go on to the brake light switch. All right. As you can see, this is my very professional wire reading station. This is the switch that's probably about, I don't know, we're thinking 30 years old. Who knows? Seems to be original, out of the OBS, and I held on to it because I realized I changed something that probably wasn't bad. There are 6 pins here, and I'm going to read for continuity, which you can like put on the ohms thing right here, or we're going to make it make noise because we had some complaints last time that we didn't do that. Hopefully the guy that was watching and really didn't like my FXR stuff, hopefully he says this because this is going to really knock his socks off. Here's a fun fact. I don't really know what's supposed to read what here. I'm thinking, why do we need 6? When we usually have 2. I'm thinking like off, main lights, third brake light. I don't know. We're going to see how this works, and we're going to compare it to the other one to see if it's bad. It's kind of what I'm going for. So there's we got that guy on the bottom there, and no noise. We'll actuate the switch now with our professional actuator, and this is really fun. So that's doing something. We'll go to the second ones. So it's doing that all the time, right? So you actuate it. So that is doing just the opposite of what that one was doing. Okay, make a note of that. Go to the top guy. Same thing. So I think this all works. And that kind of solidifies, really in no way at all, but that, you know, these two, and these two all kind of, they do something. So because it's such a pain in the ass to pull that thing out of there, we're going to go ahead and try and read the same things out in there. If it reads different, I'm thinking this one's good. That's crazy, right? But, well, let me show you what it's doing first. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so hopefully this thing doesn't make a total liar out of me, but let's see what we're working with. I'm keeping my foot on the pedal the whole time. Now it's not doing nothing. Oh, there it goes. Huh? Every now and then? Yeah, that's what we're working with. Dope. All right, guys, couple things.
if it sounds a little different, got a little microphone on here. Ole and old Wade have wore me down with the sound thing. Actually, the kid hooked it up and picked these microphones up. We got 2 of them. So anybody comes over here, we can give old Wade one, give Jay one, whoever might come over to help out. John, because we got some stuff coming up on the Jeep. Either way, I'm kind of talking a whole bunch right now just to see how this works. And to also tell you, I pulled out the other switch because, fun fact, the way it mounts in there, the wires are on top. So there's like really no way I could have done that without pulling the switch out because there's no room on top. The dash is there. It's a whole thing. It read exactly the same as the other one. What we're going to do now is we're going to slave the old one in, like the original one in, which now that I'm looking at, I don't think it's the original one because it's the exact same name and everything as the other one. So let's talk to this guy Mike the other day. Old school hot rodder, old school like mechanic, been around forever. And he used to work at a Chevy dealer, and he said these switches sucked brand new, and they suck to get in and out. That much I know. They pop out real easy. Getting that clip back in is a pain in the... So, yeah. We're going to try seeing which one is good, if either one is good. If they're both good, whatever. And if they are both good, we're going to have a bigger problem figuring out what's actually wrong. So I'll put you guys on a tripod. Let me know what I can't see. All right. It might sound a little different again. I went and listened to the other one. It sounded like it was underwater. Didn't like it. So I got one of these fuzzy guys on. I'm supposed to like take care of that. I don't know. We'll see. What I'm going to do is plug this guy in. I should probably mark him or something, huh? This guy is the one I pulled out 6 months, a year ago, whatever. This one is the one we bought. They look exactly, let me show you guys, because this is crazy. They look exactly alike, I thought it'd be a lot different, but no. So this is clearly a replacement as well. Anyway, we will start first with the one that we believe to be good. The one that came out of this truck, I don't know, 6 to 9 to 12 months ago. I'm going to plug her in. Yeah, she's clearly going right in. There we go. And we will now actuate. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Seems to be working flawlessly. All right. So let's get this one disconnected. Now we are putting on the one that we bought as a replacement 6, 9 to 12 months ago, something like that. And we will actuate this one. On. Awesome. Off. On. 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 Well, shit. That did not help us at all. So, I don't know which. We'll take a look and see if maybe some of the stuff's worn or wallered or something. Elongated, one of those words. And we'll bring you back. All right, guys. I think I kind of figured it out. So clearly it was working when we actuated it, with the professional actuator tool. And so then I just popped the original one. I popped that in there without putting the clip on. And it worked 99% of the time. It failed like once or twice. I realigned that thing and it went back to working fine. So I did a little research, and apparently it can just become misaligned. Now, there was that tension washer that goes in there. Maybe I flipped that backwards and it had a little bit of play and it got out of whack. Or maybe it just got out of whack. So we put it back. This is a giant pain in the ass because the guys will talk about it all the time. Getting the clip in there, you can't reach it.
Somehow I magically got the tension washer in there correctly and the clip on the first time. Amazing. It's never happened in like the history of Chevy trucks. So we're leaving it. I just actuated it 4,682 times. It worked every single one. So we're calling that good. And so if you have this problem, before you go yanking stuff apart, just look in there because it's weird. I'll see if I can find a picture and like put it here. If not, I'll take one and put it there, I guess. If I can, because the guy's pretty crammed up in there. But yeah, it rides on this rod, and that so you can just kind of, and you'll probably be all right. Wish I would have done that. Probably would have saved an hour or so. But you got this great video, so forget about it, right? Well, now I'm going to show you what I was talking about with the spare tire thing, because we're legal again. So now we're looking at the like to haves, because the have to haves, well, really it was just the brake lights. So yeah, let's check that out. So I'm trying out this microphone, and I thought I had it going. Apparently, you got to turn this guy on and put the little receiver thing in your phone for it to work. So should be working now. Probably sounds a little different, guys. It's a learning curve, mainly because I don't like to learn things. All right, guys. So underneath the truck, and well, first you notice you can see Nick did a lot of POR stuff underneath there. To the bottom of the bed, which is dope, and like all along here. But this here was facing down. Obviously, he had the bed off, so that's why a lot of it was easier to get to for him. And so we should probably go ahead and clean the rest of this up. There is a little bit of corrosion. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, the gaping hole. Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. There's some of it under here. Not too much, unless you look over here. So you can't see it now, right? I don't know if you can see it now, but yeah, we don't care about that at all. We knew the bed was rusty, so we're moving on. Can you guys see the spare tire carrier? Fun fact, I didn't realize it was there, but it's right here. You've been looking at it the whole time. Um, I expect to see a little cable dangling down. It would come out of like right here, but she gone. Pretty easy to change. Looks like there's two bolts, one here and one here. Yeah. And then this is all one piece. Obviously, it's heavily corroded, and this guy is bent and whatnot. So it's just trash. Do you guys think they repopped that? They don't. But if this was like an '05 to '08 or something like that, they're about $40 all day long repopped. And it's different. It's a two-piece thing. It mounted different. It's like 4 bolts going up. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Doesn't fit this truck, so it really doesn't matter. So we had to scour eBay, of course. Found a used one, super clean. Should be here in a couple days, but it wasn't $40. It was 165 shipped to the house. So if I were you and I was looking for one of these, and you didn't need one like yesterday, you had time to go to the junkyard, probably the way to do it. Find a good one, clean it up, which is probably what this guy did, and he probably made about 140 bucks off me. All right, I promised I'd show you these, so I'm going to. These are the license plate lights. As you see, it plugs in like the bulb would, right? And a whole bunch of little LED things. And it was bright as you know what. For about 2 weeks. And I bought these before I realized Amazon had a review thing. You see that, guys? That's pretty sweet, isn't it? This isn't even, like, it's not even connected very well. I think I know where this one quit working. I think I paid 20 bucks for them. The chrome, like the plastic chrome, looks really good. Yeah, it's a very nice shape. It came with the clips, which is good because the other ones I had didn't have them. But this one just quit working. I don't know why. And this one quit working. And I probably know why. I don't even know how this happens because they don't move. But
I put the regular bulbs back in. Let me show you what this looks like. And I don't like it. It's I would prefer it to be a little brighter. Just that they work, right? So clearly it's not a wiring issue. They both work great. But I like the clear white light. That's kind of yellowish. So I got some left over from the Tundra, and hopefully they're not as bright as the other ones because they were too bright. We just want a clear white light. Yeah. And if you guys remember, we made it all nice and neat. We put this little tote here. We put it on a shelf in the back, and it took me 3 days to find it. Megan was out here watching me lose my freaking mind, but we found them. Here's what we got right here, and then here's the LED, and there's the regular ones we took out of the Tundra. So hopefully those work out good. All right, Stevie Wonder can see the difference here, right? I mean, forget about it. I like this on older vehicles. I like this on newer vehicles. I do understand this is 30 years old, but you know, when you look at some of the other stuff we got around here, it's pretty new. There you go, guys. I think this is perfect. The other ones were so bright, it was like blinding almost. This is a nice, clear, white light. Um, just kind of matches the rest of the lights. So I don't want to say I'm happy the other ones broke, but I ain't all that mad about it. Something else I want to show you guys I forgot about before. If you look, you see right here is all filed down on both sides, right? On both of these. And that's because it wouldn't even fit in right. So this is all around kind of not great. So if you see these on Amazon, don't buy them. However, if I'm seeing it's got the little thing here for this to clip in. That's how. No, that's not how it went in. Either way, I think I'm gonna see if I can pop these things out. Well, they don't work anyways, right? Let's see what we got here. That's great. Yeah, maybe I'll put a little bit more work into this. See what's holding them in there. I might be able to have a nice housing. Like I said, this plastic chrome stuff is actually really nice. So use it for something, right? Because the other ones I had to pull out of the junkyard, and it took a while before I found the good ones. Yeah, see what we can do. So we're legal again. That's important because I don't even know how many miles it is, but if you guys don't know what tailgate tour is, the GM tailgate tour is starting in Myrtle Beach on the 23rd, and then it hits Charleston, Savannah, Jacksonville, Daytona Beach. You guys know we just came back from Tampa. That was a pretty long ride, and we're going to do that in this guy. So we want it to be as well legal as. I ain't that worried about it. Jay seems to think it's a big deal. He was all carrying on about not having brake lights. So, no, I'm kidding, guys. Brake lights is a big deal. But headlights are also a big deal. All right. This truck looks absolutely awesome. I love these lights, guys. They look like halogens, but they're actually LEDs. You'd think they're brighter than they are. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll turn them on, and they look like they're bright. But if you're on the road, not so much. Right? That's low beam. It looks like they got a pretty good light to them. And then when you look like, I mean, they look pretty decent, right? I get it. The lights are on. Maybe I should shut the lights in the shop. Show you guys what I'm talking about. But so here goes the high beams. I mean, you can see a huge difference, right? Let me turn the lights off. Now you get the full effect of how those lights look. Right? LEDs, man. I'm telling you, that's what doing this thing. So that's low beam. That's high beam. I must not have them adjusted right. So if that makes any sense, guys. So it could be a couple things, right?
It could be, I don't have them adjusted right. I'm hoping that's what it is. I bought these in a kit, so maybe they put some cheapo bulbs in there. That's a possibility. I could have had the bulbs in wrong. Sometimes like they got to go like this instead of like this, kind of weird thing. LED stuff. I think I put that in right. I think I followed the directions. But I'm gonna start with adjusting them. And so basically, when I've been driving this thing. I put a lot of miles on it. So I'm in the dark, and I got to run with the high beams on, or it's like borderline dangerous. So that's what I've been doing. Nobody has high beam flashed me, so I'm not tearing anybody up, which makes me think it might be the bulbs. I don't know. We're gonna mess with it, but I think I've rambled for long enough for this video, and we're waiting on some parts. So hopefully by next week we got the spare tire carrier, we got the third brake light for the back of the cab there, and we got these lights figured out. I'm also hoping I get a bumper. We'll see how shipping goes. There's a box right there. Got a tonneau cover for this guy because if we're doing all this traveling, we're going to bring some parts. We're going to bring some tools. We might want to bring some souvenirs back. Who knows? I like the way this truck looks without the tonneau, but we got the room. So we'll throw that on and give her a good once over. Yeah, I really can't wait to get that thing. Just does not sit right, guys. It's like pointing down. It worries me. We're probably gonna hit rain. It's Florida, so yeah, guys, I'm pretty stoked. Uh, I think this thing's come a long way, and the fact that I'm daily driving right now is just I'm so happy about it. We'll see if this joy continues with the challenges we're putting it up to. But I'm just say, guys, if you want the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. And sometimes that work is redoing stuff you did earlier. Well, for reasons that sometimes remain unknown, we're legal. Thanks for watching, guys.